Over the next 2 minutes, I want to talk to you about something very, very simple, but often overlooked when it comes to our classroom teaching strategies, and that's strategically when to open or close your classroom door. Now, when I first came into teaching about 25 years ago, most teachers had their doors closed. They like to teach behind closed doors, and that was for a number of reasons. That might be because they didn't want other people to see what they were doing. They might want it to be really quiet. They might not want SLT to be kind of looking in at their maybe untried and tested teaching strategies that they were trying for the first time. Lots of reasons why that is. However, things have moved on a lot, and actually what we're seeing now in our schools and colleges is lots of doors open. And I really embrace that. That's great that, there's that kind of open door approach that people can come in and, look what I'm doing, great. However, there is also a danger that having the door open can create lots more noise and movement and distractions for our students in the classroom. So I want you to really think and reflect on when is the best time to have your door open and when is the best time to have it shut. And it doesn't have to be a all or nothing. And some people, I think, like to have that badge of honor to say that my door's always open, you can always come and look at me. That's great, and I really embrace that. However, there will be times where there might be some movement on the corridor, there might be some noise. The classroom opposite you might be playing a video or having an activity where there's people moving around, or a debate, or the teacher might be quite loud for a certain reason. All of that is actually creating extraneous noise for your students that will distract them from the task that you want them to do. So there may be times where it's conducive to learning, where you want to shut the door for periods of silent focus. All it takes is if your students are sat in your classroom doors at the front and there's any movement on the corridor, anything like that will take them off task. They're looking, who's that? What's that? A member of staff with an on-call radio. It can be quite loud in the corridor. All those little things actually take our eye off the focus, and they stop us actually getting into flow. Any little distractions make it more difficult to learn, especially for some of our SEND students, all right? So think about when you want to open your door, when you want to close it, and there might be times where certain activities in your classroom and in your lesson, you think, this is where I'm gonna shut my door because I want complete silence and complete focus, so that your strategic management of the door is about learning and not just your badge of honor of, I always have my door open, because sometimes that's not conducive to learning for the students.